Hello, and welcome to Galloway Slyheads. Welcome to our lovely abode. This is going to be a little bit of our adventure through going to Vegas. We'll start out with the airlines. We took Spirit. A little cramped. Well, that's an understatement. It was really cramped. We took Spirit. The round trips were $260 a person, which we didn't feel was too bad until we got on the plane. Well, if anybody knows anybody that's got other airlines that has more leg room, please write it in the comments. Other than going first class, I mean something so it's still affordable for everybody. They had the baggage charge. We had like a medium size, nothing real large. It was $26 for that for round trip. We did our own carry-ons. Now on the way back, we were told that we were going to be charged for our carry-ons, which that was not true. We actually just stuffed them up above like we did on the way there. When we got there, we actually got a bus fare round trip from the airport to the New York, and that was to take us back to afterwards. That was $14 per person. That wasn't too bad. The rest of the time we used the Deuce to get around. They have $8 day passes, and it was $3 for the 3-day pass. It was $20. So we didn't feel that was too bad, too much. Other than that, we arrived at New York. We had 2 free rooms there through MGM Grand out of Detroit. We didn't feel like it was too bad of a stay there. The rooms were nice. The people were nice. Very spacious. Very spacious. They actually had several food areas for eating and dining. They had their own gift stores, stuff like that. We actually stayed there and ate at the All-American breakfast. That was, at first we thought it was a great deal. And once we got back to the room, we actually got called from the waiter stating they gave us the wrong bill and that we needed to pay more, and he was going to bill it to our room, which I told him wasn't a problem. And we'd been up all day long. This was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and half hour later he calls me back and states that he's going to write it as a walk-off because we didn't come down and pay it back right away. I just hung up on him, and after getting a couple hours sleep, I actually called back, talked to the manager, and the manager stated that was his problem, his fault. There was not going to be an issue or anything. I told her I had no problems paying it. It was just, I thought it was very rude the way he came across, and she overly apologized for that. We played in New York the first night, and we had some pretty decent play. Can't say it was that way for the rest of our stay there. We actually went out and seen other casinos and other sites. We actually had dinner at the MGM Grand, which to our surprise, like the buffets and stuff didn't have too many lines. It was a decent price. The reason we chose that is because of the comp that we had on our card from Detroit. It was $31 a person, and they had crab legs. Have to have the crab legs. But the food was decent. It was real good for what we had. We the first night we actually went to Aria, and we had some awesome play there. Out of the M Life casinos, out of all the ones that we did, or out of all the ones we didn't hit a lot, but out of the ones we did hit, we'd have to say that Aria was the best. We had some real good play there, real friendly people. They had a lot of good games. Some of the older ones, some of the newer ones that we were looking for. We were there. We were actually there 5 days, 4 nights.
Prostitutes.
Oh, yes. At first, my father-in-law, you have to understand, Mr. Ooga Booga, he, I don't know if he caught on to it right away, but we did. My wife and I did. A prostitute tried to pick him up, and then out of nowhere, while we're standing behind him recording, we had another one come up and try to pick both of us up. I didn't understand that one either. And then I walked around to get some drinks. This is hours later. I walked around to get some drinks for all of us, and when I came back, my wife's kind of giving me the look. And I knew that I needed to get over towards her real quick because there was a gentleman sitting on the other side of her, and lo and behold, it was a male prostitute. And so, don't get me wrong, Aria, I mean, it's a very nice place. It's respectable. It was just happened to be that while we were there, maybe we stuck out like a sore thumb. I don't know, but that was one of the places that I think that was the only place that we. I can't say it's the only place we've seen prostitutes, but it was the only place we were propositioned. So, but anyways, moving on. Like I said, we stayed at New York for 2 nights, and then we moved down to Luxor because we had 2 nights free there. And I can't say that New York was definitely better. It was more relaxing atmosphere. The rooms are nicer. I mean, when it comes to staff-wise, I believe that they were pretty close to each other. The Luxor is connected to Excalibur and Mandalay Bay. We did, even though they were connected, we never did make it to Mandalay Bay. We did make it to Excalibur. And if you're looking for like, Luxor has the buffet. They have a couple little restaurants in there, but if you're looking for like the food court and the gift shops and stuff like that, they're actually in between, inside, but they're in between Luxor and Excalibur. We actually can't say we really had any good play at either one of those. We did do the all-day food pass, buffet pass, and that was what was it? $34.95 all day, which was we thought was a great deal because you could eat as long as you wanted, and you could use it at both Luxor and Excalibur, and you can go in there anytime you wanted throughout the day. There was no limit. I mean, whenever you bought the thing, it was good until I believe they said that they opened up at 8 a.m. and they closed at 10 p.m. Now, even if you wanted to just go down in there and have a pop, a coffee, tea, whatever, just grab a quick snack, you were good to go for the whole day. Not saying, I mean, the food was, for the price, the food was fair. Like I said again, once again, the slot play was not the greatest there. One thing that we did have, we seemed like we had a little issue with, and we didn't have it, wasn't at New York. The vendors constantly trying to get you to go to shows or stop and check things out that they were selling. Actually, my wife had one grab a hold of her hand and you know, just being rude, pulling her, you know, you're going to stay tonight, you're going to stay tomorrow, you're going to go here, go there. And I understand it's their job to try to sell these tickets and stuff, but on that aspect, it was just a little too pushy. In between the Luxor and Excalibur, where the gift shops and stuff are, there was like beds laying there for water massages. And I actually had one of those, which was very good. I mean, for what it was. It was cheap. It was $20 for 15. It was 15 or 20 minutes. I'm not sure. I think he gave me a little extra, but it actually helped for after all the walking and stuff and the cramped up plane ride. Kind of let you stretch out a little bit. I mean, there are the gift stores and everything. They do have some decent prices and stuff like that throughout in there. Luxor Luxor actually had the feel and the decor and everything of Egyptian. The pyramid and everything, even the rooms. The rooms were the terraces. You could look up from the ground floor and you could see the terraces were kind of overhanging each other. And even in the room, the one wall by the window and everything was kind of slanted like the Egyptian wall. New York, it had more of the decor of New York City. The bistros, it had basically the buildings and stuff set up with terraces and different like old theme New York, but I mean nice and clean. I mean it was I like New York a lot better than Luxor. When we ventured out, we actually went to Aria, Cosmopolitan, Caesar's Palace, Excalibur, Circus Circus, Slots of Fun, and yeah, Tropicana. Um, we'll explain that in a little bit. Aria played the best, I'd have to say. Um, Cosmopolitan, we didn't really have too much play there. It was more of a feminine feel. Don't get me. I mean, it was just that's my wife is the one that kind of explained it like that. It's got that. It's elegant, but matter of fact, they just opened up a new sports bar the night that we were there, and they were getting ready for it the next day. Um, Excalibur, we just kind of felt bored. Like there just wasn't a lot happening there. Uh, no, Caesar's Palace. It was kind of a different crowd. Um, More the high roller type. Um, the decor was amazing though. I mean, even if you don't play or gamble a lot, if you go to Vegas, Caesar's Palace, just for the decor, you need to walk around and see it. Circus Circus and Slots of Fun. Uh, we had some play there. Um, if you got a card there, you had to earn 300 points to get a T-shirt. It takes a while to earn those points, and we didn't feel like we were having good enough play there to continue. It wasn't worth the 300. It wasn't worth the T-shirt, and it's not as upscale as the rest of the strip. It is down towards the end. One thing we were looking towards doing was going to the Riviera because the first time we went there, that's where we stayed. That was back in '03, and they actually closed it down and put in a convention center there. Um, Now, I'd have to say one of our worst experiences, or maybe the worst experience, was the Tropicana. Maybe that's your favorite casino. I'm not for sure how or why, but from our experience, um, it's, I mean, right there at the beginning, walking in, it smelled like mildew, just dirty. The people were not polite. We actually got yelled at for recording, and then the gentleman decided we were in there for probably half hour, 45 minutes. Um, the whole time they decided to follow us around to watch us, just to make sure that we weren't continuing. We did sign up for a card there, and we got to spin a wheel. My wife and I both got $10 in free slot play. My father-in-law got 2 free drinks. And if you earn so many points, I don't, right now, right off the top of my head, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like 30 or 40 points, something like that. It was something weird, or 50 maybe. But once you earned it, you were to go back and you could spin the wheel again for free play or I think it was a T-shirt. And we went back. I went back to check. I knew I had my points, and the Players Club was closed down. They closed down at midnight. I thought that was kind of odd for a casino in Vegas. I mean, some of our locals, like up north, they kind of do that, but I didn't think that would happen in Vegas. But yeah, we were very, very displeased. The play was not good. The people weren't as pleasant there as the rest of the casinos. Okay, so, I mean, from our experience, we played in Detroit, so we got the M Life cards, and that's what took us. I can't say that's what took us to Vegas, but that's what got us our free rooms and everything. But for play, there's quite a few of them that are M Life, and out of the ones that we did hit, uh, I'd have to say we didn't get nearly the play that we were expecting, anyways. Aria was they're M Life, but they actually played with us. We had a good time there. Um, the fourth evening, that's when we finally got to go down to Fremont. Um, Now we ventured down there from the Luxor where we were staying. We took the Deuce, and it actually took, like, I believe 35 minutes to get there. So it's a little bit of a trip because I stop at every casino, dropping off, picking up. Um, but it's not a bad ride. Approaching Fremont Street, it was the atmosphere. The atmosphere just completely changed. Everybody, I mean, even the people on the bus, they were more friendly down in that area, um, talking, helping me out, explaining to where to go, where not to go, stuff like that. Um, if you're going to experience what you believe Vegas to be, that's it. Fremont Street. I mean, everybody's out in the streets. There's street performers, lights, music, just people all over the streets having a good time. That's the Vegas we went to look for. Everything's closer, so you're not spending like 20 minutes to a half an hour walking from one place to the next to the next. I mean, just within a little area there, you have the Four Queens, the Fremont Casino, the D. They're all right there in a little corner. I believe there was more casinos there too. We didn't quite make it to those. The light show, the Fremont light show and everything, that's amazing.
Thursday, that's where you go. The D, the Fremont, the Four Queens. You go to... Where do we go to? No, we go to the Four Queens. We get the barbecue. We go to Maryland. Yeah. Barbecue. Is that the Queens? It's good. You should go. Nom, 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 nom. I don't know. Just do it. You ready, boss? That's Dave Madeline.
They have Slotzilla. From my experience, you'll see here in a little bit, zip lining. I had to do it. I had to jump out of a slot machine. That was that was an experience I couldn't pass up. Doing the zip lining was 25. That was to sit down and ride half. You rode about halfway down to the light show through Fremont Street, and then if you wanted to go the full strip, it was 45, and you laid down to do that. I wanted the experience of jumping out of a slot machine. That was what I had to do. I just wanted to try something different.
I zoom in closer, but I think my camera just pretty much goes foggy at that point. Cannot believe he is about to do this. He's pretty brave. If it were me, I'd be pissing my pants right now. There was no way in hell I was going up that high. You guys would not even believe what it looks like from where. Oh my God. Oh my God. My crazy husband.
We went to the first casino we went to down there was Four Queens. Awesome place, very awesome. That's my wife and I's favorite right there. That was the experience we were looking for. They had the games that we wanted. They were friendly, nice atmosphere, clean. The first night, I have to say, I mean, quick service. Really, I had no complaints of anything. There was a sign in there on the wall that actually states, please feel free to take photos and record your experience here at Four Queens. We encourage it, and that's exactly. I mean, that's what the sign states. And very nice people. We actually released a video of we got $10 in free play. You had to earn 20 points to get $10 in free play when we signed up, and I actually have a video of a real good win. Impressed with the free play. You got a deck of cards for signing up, and then once you earn 70 points, you got a free T-shirt. Love my T-shirt. Like I said, I mean, very friendly people. Have no complaints about there. From there, we went to the D. The D, they got a lot of the older games. If you're looking for something that you haven't been able to find, I'm not saying it might be they exactly have what you're looking for, but they do have a lot of the older games. They got dancing girls on the poker tables. And when we signed up, we actually asked at the Players Club if we could record, and she said absolutely. I mean, they didn't have any problems with it, so that was another bonus for us. So I mean, like I said, when it comes to Fremont Street, it seems like that's the best experience that we could have. We actually went back the next day to Four Queens and did a little bit more playing. We didn't have quite as good of luck that day, but we ate at Magnolia's. Really good food. The prices were fair, we felt, and I mean, even from what we ordered, it was excellent. And people getting served around us, I mean, everything looked just superb. I mean, it was just great food, great atmosphere. Not real fancy, not high end, you know, but I mean, it's clean, it's good, nice place to eat. I definitely recommend it. The night that we went down to Fremont, on the way back, we actually stopped at some of the other casinos, and we stopped and got the dancing fountains recorded, and we definitely enjoyed that. told that there was a free volcano show somewhere in Vegas. We didn't quite make it there. Not for sure exactly where it's at. One of the things that we did want to see, and this is what we were told, is it was shut down. We wanted to go to Treasure Island and see the pirate ship show. And driving by it, I seen that there was 2 ships, but it wasn't all decorated up like it was the first time we were there, because we didn't quite have a lot of time the first time we went. And that's one thing that we wanted to stop and see. And one of the gentlemen on the bus stated that, and like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but was told that the owners of Treasure Island found that people were coming for the show but weren't coming in and spending any money or going inside and doing anything, so they closed it down and actually made it into a mall. So I'm not for sure if that's true or not, but the pirate show is not there any longer, not that we've seen. When we were heading to Vegas, one of the main things that I wanted to do and we were looking forward to was meeting up with Diana Ivani. Wanted to play Double Da Vinci Diamond with her. Have to. We're sorry, Diana, that we didn't make it. We had to change our flight. We actually flew in the night that she was leaving. Maybe next trip we'll be able to connect with a lot more people. We had a blast, and we hope that this helps people to get around. I mean, the ins and outs, you learn as you go, and we're just hoping that this will kind of help people better set their vacation, their trip, and be able to get around a little bit better, and hopefully have a good time like we did. We wish we would have started right out on Fremont Street. I mean, definitely next time that's where we're going to be staying. And we'll still venture out to the Strip and check out some more of the sites and stuff that we didn't get to see. But Fremont is definitely the place that we look forward to. And thank you for viewing us, and thank you for being if you're subscribed to us. We love our subscribers, and we hope to keep the videos coming for you.